da bi o me dia me penisa e ba ya hyehyehye preko na manya sa ne di no ye di no o hyew so banana and then the 23rd day in the month of November. And then ya wada ya fo nyina michiamu uza ya fo special unza Renos Ajima oya ya Stephanie part of the team oya ya Ajowa wonsu ya oh enuntia yay eti na team we blend this ano oh a large number of my team members here Thursday bonds. That's right. And I promise you every Thursday be a party. What I say. Don't come and hold me to it too. Me a politician, but we're running up until 5. And come on, hold on at that Ghana man anymore. Diane lead the conversation no. Aha ne kano kra aha ane kan samu Ghana here. Me betwe adwe sinia ma bi so. Enema be ma Ghana kona nimu. Enema be ma Ghana nya ntoma pafra. Ye be wawa kro nani. Yasa ye ho yade. Well, aya kano kra nkyere ye ho sa na eya na edire ema yentimi nya adwuma ne se ne o se ye no. Because no chasano onim se na chiachia. That is the whole essence of democracy. I was saying yenyina ye de ehuji mu bi, yenyina ye de ehunhye mu bi, yenyina ye di nkomo ni bi, yenyina ye ka bi, yenyina ye kire ya adwene. Na me ko bi man ka bi ya. Na what a democratic nation mu se oman ni mu nsem mfa ho. Hey. Na we na tomatoes bo ya dian wa ba be complaining. Uwie no akwakoyi leaders a wo mo normal na wo be abekwa akọ complaining. Wo me nyina afia no ntumu bi. Oman ne ye media, oman ne ye wodia, oman no eye nyina ye dia eba Ghana fo a obi nya more Ghanaian than the other. There were equal rights. Nti no bia wo vote baako ye kan nyina bomu ane ahunu ba bia majority ne ko. Na yate ase no so ne yate ase democracy has come to stay. But I was say shemu kenane saying and the sense some for the nibe din semwa ekoso achi in some for be busa critical questions in some for be kwako duaduamu no makoyi nsem na ba say amanyofo ebe accountable to omanfo so accountability ni bi ni say wahye ewo campaign mu na waba power na wo ye utiase na se wuntimi nso nya ewo ne obeka kira manfo ni nyina ka accountability no ho anyway enkoba hodo ne ebedie oh god so my hene eja adope awia bi chia o mate se ohene pompa ti bedwamu na wo su obonani anani so aw o se na bosum nyina adwane eja no sane se na kwanye ensemi su koso to ensemi koso to na what special prosecutor nka wasansem no ho na we ebedwedwam o ebebiebiem o banana US embassy enso ebo US citizens aburo nya on beba Ghana wo mo bo mo kokko almost Ghana yehu na kokobo na US embassy ebo Americans beba Ghana kokono omo direct sa kokobo no to LGBT community for no omo patch say Ghana is unsafe for LGBT for Ghana unsafe hey meanwhile Ghana Tourism Authority at the statement about Bontene so visa requirements bi ni ade no ya waive ne kakra 1st December kopem se be di bronya na wie se na be ya ye nuanom abrofo ne abrofo so mu ne nuafom Yenya no diasporans no. Aha. African Americans a person be fie. Ebetimi aba without any hassle. Sam George also say US ambassador no spread lies anambwa falsehood or spread falsehood, but the US embassy had named certain places in Ghana omutu eye wo manfo for say wo ba Ghana ha ma mo fefa sampotem ho no mo na enye safe sa any security analyst ebe kasa any police fo be din komo na yabusa say what is indeed the security situation in those places US embassy no identify say risk areas for visiting Americans ebeba omanimo. But is there cause for fear? Is there really cause for fear? Obi a reason to fear say oba Ghana hanomo a no ye LGBT ni a yebebo no. Is that the case? A Ghanaian so barbaric say ye nam kromu na ye bo LGBT4. No, aya na ye painti picture bi baby I see ye gina ne ho na ye gina anameboa. We will not compromise over LGBT matters. And no ye. And I think sir, every nation must respect your sovereignty in this regard. We are not asking for too much. Allow us to be who we are. That is all Ghanaians are asking for. Allow us to uphold our values. Don't come and impose a lifestyle be on us. Simple as that. Na se yakasa na etu anamon se de nhyehyeye famra kwan so democracy mu na mo de bae yaje atum. Enti through democratic means ye nhyehyeye a ebebo yen culture, yen values, any yen families ho ban. Because saying ne de atete yen fiti yen koda abremu yen nananom a mo be fo mo kwankwaso mu values o mu di jaye ne no ne ekura mu. Na see ebeya ye be boss values no ho ban na wo bia nkwankofa wo no ne value system bi ama me hye de mu anse yen sana montuo no adan enye ye right see ebeya na. It is squarely within our right. There is no indication that will be a LGBT near or an endangered species e Ghana ha. No near creating impression be about the country. But this is our beloved country. In times like this, and our constitution is saying, showing you Yakasa defend the constitution of Ghana. Times like this, and a Ghana for you here will be our support for the nation because agenda na air ban say ye na yan sorry ntia bebu come from yen so. Another okwa Accra Central, uhu mema a cross dressing. Omo de ton ade obi ana ye nim places in Accra hanomo a LGBT fo ehia ediom ho nkomo obi to the extent that omo nya ne omo ye ne bedroom abontene ne de se ne mfo obi ahụ ye wo to na so be ne ode be ya it is your matter. But men ka se wo bo sa abra ne nti ye ma ho kwa ma obi asum feel free nya bie eno de den yentimi nsusom sa. Because ye nyina na ati kromu a pacho LGBT ni be na yedi ni pambro. LGBT ni be na yedi ni pambro. Na se fa once I talk no pacho hwehwe areas corona US embassy are listed as risk areas for Americans e beba Ghana hanomo. Ade na si a ye bibi hu sei. Anamon pese yen can I say beyond the return agenda na ebe successful oboa ebom beba ahụ na catch us LGBT phone kwa na babejo mani Ghana ne ye de si ani so si ebe ye ne no ane ebe ye Ghana mom ye sie hu nkran ewo mu se yesika sem nye ewo mu se anu ndudwom ewo mu se ye mpanimfo nanka se di anim no ye ntimi trust wo mo ewo mu se wo mo no mo no ma ewo mu se wo mo nye committed. But sir, ye toba ha na ye to your hands in despair. Oman na aka be kakra na ye betimi adidi hu no, we will lose it as well. And immediately the morality of a nation is eroded. Asa. So oman be lusu ni moral values. And no one no bibia to be to saman no. Omaya only standards, omaya only principles, omaya only values. Bibia from a beer to be body be. And if you say a way, you ought to be known and stand for something. Wouldn't me man nantimu keke. I know you pedi funny bin and nam lobby some of these LGBT inclined groups and community. Yani ya fu any esika ya penti. Ya di omane kwahye baby no more ma pressure na mo pe kwan mo be fa so a mo de be hye ye kon ebia na electric vehicles nsemi ebia na electric vehicles nsemi campaign na eba no mesira mo da bia me ka kire mo muntie nsem ni yie o enye ye ya ka asem ne dede na wani agye fa kwadwindwini mu na ade aban ne ye no dangerous. This is a fuel economy. Say ye pese ye introduce EV cars, electronic vehicles are. Mama ma ye treat ade no as if say what we currently depend on and yet to the extent say ye the EV cars ba enti obi abodje so without looking at the implication for the economy. When you na power until akonya beto man for power nti yen tutu de mangum na exciting crofon. But the question is sanya man na ye tutu gumu no enu na Ghana here in dealing and solving our problems ana. We subscribe to almost everything obroni beto de amayen. And me, I salute members of parliament omatie gina sponsors our bill na ye de bebo ye family values ye culture any ye morals sa MPs no me bo wo mabaso papa o ma nyanka hwan de beye the courage, Honorable Sam George, the courage to sponsor this bill. Other MPs account the courage to support this bill. I was saying, you recognize that effort. Because on my team, you pass them surasem. You pass them and surasem. Asamoba, so you beg obi betu na mo obi a obi so obi nye. Na sana mo no matunu ebeboa papa. You penny folk subscribe to almost anything. Bibia sika bata ho kwa dia sika bata ho kwa dia yebeje where the several attempts are on my year to sneak in LGBT concepts into our educational system. It took the people of this country to stand up and talk about it. Ankabesi and I'm talking about patriotism. These are issues you also say patriotic about. When it comes to matters like this, forget your NDC and forget your MPP. Those guys are business people. Politicians. Omo di omani na ye business. Na nye omani na omo di ye business Ghana. Ye emission rate ye senkwa. Ye pepri ye hu se ye fuel economy ye pesi okumu. Just because amamaya omo beko the electric vehicle way no. Ya ye futuo bia to ho no mo a ye betimi dia masa aman no enti se Ghana yakọ IMF na yesikasem akọ atwe na ye ho akere ne ehie sika ene ne rehwe some easy money si bia ye available ne ehwese betimi pia ye manfo na akọ akohyem ne enya sika ni bi kakra de aba babu mbusa ho se ade na wo pia wo man akohyem no eno na wo man ni hie ana business eno mo de o man ne ye mumia mani na mumia maso Mumiama kuma mu na mu fansem nkwadwinwini mu na oman Ghana ye oman ye badwemba. Our forebears were smart, intelligent, bold, courageous, and above all, highly spirited, patriotic citizens. Go and check our history. The things Ghanaians have done in securing this nation, as I'm American. And number one, peninphobia to me and wo ye ni mama papa mo ye wo building the foundation of this country. And ne se ne wo nyina sorry aba be hwe Ghana na omo eku agisi wo na wo mo re be ho because ne ye peninfo no ekom ni omo fu no de nam ekom ani omo fu and omo de nam and no make a say the kind of leaders are one omo generational thinkers, so they can't think beyond 4 years. A generation is 40 years. Show me a Ghanaian politician. I will be I share a vision of 40 years. So this is how I want to see Ghana in 40 years. My campaign promises in 4 years agenda. And no power about to be yet. How many times? And I ain't care about a national development plan. Because omunye committed to it intino ye dia won twetwede ni ate committee ni ate commission ni ate say ni aye say ni ade ne nam saa as a school o man kobi enso wonu mu ni professors no wonu mu ne kokra double PhD do wonu na mo fra bo accomplished politicians no ekono ebinumu akokono akun ama yenim send yo mokoko no wenu mu ensua bribi amfiri wonu mu ano mudi omanim ho wo de tenasidi nesese Ghana the political mistakes are NDC ba power oye no eye the same political mistakes then people ba power mo ye wo de your content analysis of neya esisi wa ban where ye kan say ekoba say to be sesa ebe shoko ebe shoko say ebe go bisa ho say na nyam kofo we na no wo ti afikyira wo mo kire say ye ni sei na sei ni ye betimi aye na ba ne say no mo ba ye de mo na fa di akoye bibi o na ensamo mo accuse we no no na no ebia no mo ye ena na me kire wo say ye de oman no omo de oman ye business na wonim sika manfo nya in politics. Don't let them lie to you so omo boka but omo ti omo ka omoboka but omuti womuka na ede na obi kokobo besia wo bank edi wagi campaign so ko parliament edi na wo parliament ho ayosum ti na wa kwan anwe ne si da bia wo ba na wo kwan na anwe ne si he enye advocacy bi no mo ye parliament ho na nkamemi hu ye emrahye badwafo mobile recessor community engagement mobile recessor mobile community wo ebebo dawuro se ene dwoada ene kwasiada emrahye badwani o won peso iso ehia empeso so for Roman Catholic school anasa Methodist asori dem honomo no nu pepepe obi a wo asembise bia fa ne course parliament obi a wo asembise bia fa MP d'adwuma wo ye ho projects ahodo wo ha bra ne be hia MP no mfa nkyerechire mu mra mutiso mu yabi eti so mo ka so mo representing yan busa ho say what kind of representation we reviews what is MP about wa bebusa say ye de tax we krampo ye den e-levy ba na e-levy na ye de ba no odwene ho sei wo se me kona me ko kire ne me manfo so adwen kire wo mo sade we that is the essence of representing us. The bena wo MP aba bebusa aba beje wadwen kire on a bill before parliament. They rather go and represent the views of their political parties because a honor business in the war. Who views ni entimi fanye business. Enfes ma, enfa 10% ma. Amamo troka. amamuo pacha ni aye sa na 4 years aba ni aye dede ni aye campaign ga ye to ba wi say Ghana dey democratic. Let me tell you, democracy is not just queuing to vote. Now ko to ba wi na wo kwan say na democracy na so far so one saying. Democracy is not just we have had a successful election. Election is just one small bit of democracy. Look at our democratic institutions. Nobody say, are they effective? Are they reflective of a democratic nation? A nation where police will use all manner of means to stifle people from just expressing themselves. Kasa democratic institutions are set because we have weakened those institutions. And a strategy you should report now you should report to the or slow the political masters until they manage it. They try to play the devil's advocate. State institutions are also fighting corruption to be bold and can some send your tear to be CDP because you are serving our own interest. Because of your interest. Was so say no crane baby done all the tour or be caught to the displeasure of Jubilee House. Meanwhile, Coco Constitution ma yama security of tenure. And today na usuro. Badu beko no. So wanye sa obo say ne afe no ne budgetary allocation on say the money farmer no. Matisse obi wo MPP headquarters so fi say omoto abayi party executives we
almost having a
sika pa be fa ne office pa de oboa.
Well, any musa say de no mo ye ne betimi abo mo break 18 na.
I don't wonder because
because the party needs money to mobilize. The party needs money to do its work. The party needs money to go down to the grassroots because and then penny for no more about no be kwato about. One be to about nankasa from and so say baba be penny now over a period of time. Oh man is come and find me near
Matepa say and post I would do a party ni mo no nye post ketua wo na yes starve no fans in 20 million penny pa
and your money
is coming the crisis so attention crisis I crowd and but
the party is in power
say no ne be chiro no
but the party is in power so the assumption is that as we speak now the party should be able to mobilize sikabi
you belong to somewhere else enti enu krenti no eni ebegu ngu
oza
we dey man ntomasem no so we ye be kan wasem and in spite of all these challenges the man is still delivering, issuing statements here and then and fighting for the party and trying to make things work.
Party how can say
I'm a party communicators in nyina kwa dwado so any fault
Matthias here bibi Matthias here
enti asema America no so Matthias here wonu shiraji ni no osuro efere se obeka asem ne se ne tie because the executive no also issues Canada man no dey na adwuma no obebo atia no omfa ne sika ne manentem o de be ma no krampo se sika no ye ne basa enti adwuma e woso mo ye investigations e woso mo ye akon woso mo tu kohwehwe se ne nsem no mutie no wo mo tibi nye no mo issue report stroka. This is how we weaken our democratic institutions and we lie to ourselves say just because we are successful in elections we are a democratic nation. It's a fallacy. We are lying to ourselves. We're deceiving ourselves. In a democratic nation, a successful election is a bonus. The real work is the day-to-day issues are about up. How does the police handle issues of human rights? Yan bail regime na ye dia to hama yan kasa ye ho no eye adwuma. Enti omai mamu maye ndada ye ho me say 2024 campaign no Ghana for muntu ni ma adwene se mo be ma adwene na ye adwuma sa election we no tricky tricky because udi agro obi de intro any cliche any slogans ebe bring money so because the two front runners have tasted power. O campaign they are quick to say but Dr. Bawumia has not been president before feno to nchen na say no Mahama ka kire no so onye president da eno de aka kire ne de da o ka kire no so onye president da eno de ntwire ho so why president onye president or per president edi but ye hunu ne performance as vice ye hu John Mahama as president and vice. And nothing that was so we careful the kind of promises you hear from these people. And nothing also man with discerning antennas in the year Juma. The fact is so be a campaign platform so aka and 19 year day electric vehicles seba munyina mu benya electric vehicles munyini kwa kire munyini enkwa kire susuampa se fuel economy no how man no enti o say ejanya kwa electric vehicles a menya sure say na ban be campaign no na dey free analog TV akọ digital ye hunu educational campaigns awodo ekọ to move the people along we obi say ne ho ye ho akire yen instead say we be within ekwan be fa so a ye betibia mobilize resources ye solve a problem no or the easy way out. Enti abrofo na womo aye womo cars na womo pe market womo no muta chire na womo sponsor through certain NGOs. No colonialism Kwame Nkrumah kan wasem no sa na ye adwuma enu no mu nyoma nim ye o omo tete NGOs institutions bi achi no mo fund omo no mo sponsor omo na omo so omo be present asem na omo present asem na say it is for the public good say ne be ya obefo say ayade ehia wono go abrochire wono womo aye electric cars wo China na electric cars egu ho a ye hunu niade ye no you have no idea. Because every time be remodify, you improve it. Yeah. Electric cars go assume China assume one more ye hunu ye dey. Ya be ye nia be dampe niam be gu ye so just because ya be ya hu yes. Ya ma ya hu kwan. Mumi ye bibi yo. Na ye mpanimfo no enye niam nyina wo mo beka kire ye no mo wo bi ono wagire dia kwatwi no ne besi akire dia sefa no ben omanya ye bibia almost survives on fuel. Now in fact ye plan for this electric vehicle introduction akokosi sen akwakwesi saying it is good, innovation is good, and then before for buy but the way I more yard the enemy who say to me we the campaign promise no electric vehicles Abeka campaign promise no say yes and now we to me cry no original campaign platform say Dr. Bawumia babema you can say electric vehicles the same Dr. Bawumia 2020 ekwo okada football say ye be yomo motor na fi kwan so nya mom small vehicles na wo ma fiase atua ne nkakra the same Dr. Bawumia also anya president enso so wa hyehyehye sabo wi enti no nim so anya president no hyehyehye sabo no mo me kan kwankyere ye ho sa cars nkitinkiti na Dr. Bawumia ka say ye de be ma okada for no ewahin waye omo kwese sa India cars bi bae sa car nkitinkiti bi no bi obi private business bi o na chesa ewurade nyankopon enti ekuom ha de obi di business bankwa na politician benya bi adi wo ho a obe odene ho be bata ho na why no policy Saka no crime said driver ni person nya ba ko ne tibi tinem ene ayi pragia ne difference bi akra shede nim pragia is the same Saka na musimo de be ma okada for no ewe he anything na me say campaign time there it is just saying a bema pe oba o chesi oba o ana no de oba kan de sa India cars nkete no empo yamfa ma won electric vehicles enti Ghana for mesramo moma yani enkoman no ho ne nya partisanship no aka cho say your Ghana will still be Ghana, but these politicians will come and go anytime omo bebe bia de oman ni be your business no ma ye o ma didi peche no mo ko na another set aba no mo de oman na be business na wo ye sign one power purchase agreement a wonim sika nkofonya sa mahama time IPP's power purchase agreement ahodo ye wonim sika politicians bi nya ya na me ne wo kase wo mutifie da so dwiri sika me kase de oman ni ye business anti ase eto da bia say contract bi beba na tese politicians ni bi fight against that omu pe bi adi
omunya bi mfiri wontia
omu pe bi adi enti e be ka ne afre wo ne de omu de ama woni beti o so ne ama reasons bi a say ade ne apaase we your mind we your mind ye ko ba bi o man ya pe ba bi akọ o man ya pe bra bi abo we ne de bobra. Me say anytime you be sign a contract, you be ma contractor be adwuma, onko kwan bi so nko yi kwan, onko si hospital. People are making money every day. Contract bi abeti say aban asen bia obi didi wo ho. Enya contractor na didi o no dey so a private man, ni profit intino. Me say nipa na odi adwuma na ma no o fi aban mu no odidi. O man no mo dey business. Yeah. Na wo boji so na mahama na ekọ na baomia na ekọ wodidi a unya bidi sa fan full respect na ye de ma wo mo nyai obi a wa sha wo ba wandi so na osan ba ho be sha wo ba wani agi afa na de wasu ne ko na wo be fa serious The being the Ghana politicians be very serious because we continue to hail them even when they are lying to us. We continue to hail them even when they disappoint us massively. We continue to hail them even when they are clearly showing they cannot do the job. Yet, and then I'm African leaders, more Africans know. And our politician, but now you are ready so better home and etia or so, and Nantia or so. Sifa,
baby,
I bring Ghana.
Ghana, yet remember Ghana. But also about bringing Ghana politicians. Of course, the current cohort of politicians over a period of time. And see, look, the first question you should be asking the politicians, they say, why do you want to be a politician? Why? What's your rationale? What's your intention? Is it service to the people or service to yourself? Is it baba sumiyen and answer kwa sumu? That's the first question you should be asking the politicians.
Yeah.
If they are unable, like for example, that question, and then what's that you? So if you happen to have a conversation with a politician who is unable to tell you how his own constituency or district is to look like in the next 40 years, don't vote for that person.
Yeah.
Just have your usual member of parliament. Let me say, MP. Also, person be embrace be journey. Mr. Oni di mo a. Enya ne bone so. When this wadi hunu pa. For some person I was see anto abama wo so yi. Enne de hin. So to me more this wadi hunu a transcend beyond 10 years at least why bibi. Say bibi wo ha why na so betimi aye. E de ama timamufo a wo mo some person so. But I can bet you. So if you're to take 100 members of parliament, now we begin to talk on you say in the next 10 years, if they are still members of parliament, what kind of laws and on the how are they envisaging say their living conditions will be? they will not be able to tell you.
In fact, I was saying it's a public vetting system.
Yes.
Am I an MPs?
Am I members of parliament?
You have some critical question because some of them are
yes.
Say be our course, okay, honorable call. Samra we are Article 71. Emrane Wohono. Say best Samra Mona with my position on this article.
It's what?
Now, what steps Ben Abe take to ensure the amendment of that
particular
article? And parliament.
That's it.
Oh, so that when the people don't want to, they have good reasons to say they don't want to. Almost can I say parliament will almost serve the interests of their political party.
Yes.
Also, I say I am the people's representative. They are the party's representative.
Thank you very much. The weapon system in our parliament is to be blamed for that. Our members of parliament are not able to stand on their own feet and think in their own rights and express themselves. Because you're a chief whip. Whether you have your independent thought on a particular policy statement here, ABR government, on the floor of parliament or not, they are telling you, you're blue. You must be blue.
But you see,
you must not be a dissent.
We must learn from people like the Honorable PC Appeal for it. Principle not break ranks. Those are the kind of politicians.
We need. Bibi, those are the kind of politicians we need. People who will stand by their principles. Say, oh, yeah, the government, all right. You are coming from a political party, but they we should have people of principle in our politics.
We don't have
them. We don't have them.
Come church no play no asabe.
No asabe no wasabe can be foforo. Na yes asabe. Yen se dan menim kwa training nti. Na yen tu agiatum se odi okan na obetimi ayo se won to me no enfo bia ho.
Se nyansa wo.
Se nyansa. The two of ha ye ko ye rally grounds a. Na ba he na manfo gira ho na ba he obi odina banya so. Odina podium so no ka bibini na agi. Ye what you are saying?
I say you any.
So see, we have groomed a group of politicians. Self-serving politicians. But politics and democracy is not for a group of people, and I say a small group of people. If the politics and the democracy that we are not practicing is not inuring to the benefit of the masses, Bibi, we must stop.
Of course. But
it tells us that there is something critically wrong with the sort of democracy that we are practicing. I'm expecting, say, a bedu bobino, waiting yet tenacity, Abu Kompa Kohiwachi, Abu Sound so. But Baya Manuni. Memam fwa wo mam ya kwanya se menyo manim no o masetina mu no ensatranya hi na abam. If politicians are able to do that self introspection, okay mentimi anya me free ho no review from ramesho
na
no ontrinya na juma
toilet boshe kra ye sha intimi ndi so.
So it's worrying.
Toilet boshe kra sha intimi ndi so.
That is worrying.
Shabo so be si toilet so intimi.
That is worrying. That is worrying. It is a kind of
now Omaya obi our president o sha toilet ho bo. That should tell you say you
don't have a vision.
Those matters should have been dealt with 19 Kodo.
You don't have a vision.
Politicians should not be promising us a toilet in 2024, 2023.
Meba BC toilet.
He has failed already as a politician.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Really?
Mediocrity.
Really? Is that what our politics is being reduced to? Look, because of yen pebia ye pese ba betra ye dede ewia o.
Na se me nyan kamada. Ana.
O man ye yoro ne nkoso ntimi aba betra ha. Enti so se ye ka asem no a mo obi nyina ba bi enye na adwene se nkrofo we de da bia no mba na se da so ye ba na nkoma na ye ya bibi kam no mi ne tie. We will be talking about policies.
Bra. na wutie CNN na wunti omo ka toilet ni sa na omo
no
bad road omo ka hospital bed ni o
because those basic social amenities no one more bua ahunu nyansa me ni obi atem awie one more nyansa say these are basic amenities here.
Yeah.
So if indeed we want to improve the livelihoods of our people, I was say timi edugu akon
omo hu say ade na so basic say enu na wo say ye na
asanya ka be before.
Now you deny your people this basic development in an election year, then you come and promise them. What promising so when yet? What promising so when
anyway? Onim say omo ba kramaya ho brase no ma ba. Say dey na wo kan no pictures na wo no omo fufu omo no aye pure water ne keke ka ho no. Aho brase until I get power.
Ho na be hu
aho brase until I get political power.
No aka cho say wo na be man ultimatum.
Ona be ka chere mzemi nkonkozi school die.
Ghana penny for her.
Have you forgotten say when you needed power you came there beggar.
And you hine wo ka se wonder from obeda. What the power ni man we are no busa say wo na be man ultimatum.
When you need that power, pet to me no. Ba me ntan e be pa cho say mesra mo ka kira wo man for say nia me pese me yam o man ni enti bomodin na ka kira mo no mo nto aba no mfama me omo to aba no ma me a bossa ma se wo nyina no be ba yam. You see, people don't understand say a social contract.
Yeah.
I give you a part of my authority to lead us.
Yeah.
Then you tell me your vision for me as an individual. So if I give you many part of the bargain, if I fulfill it, I'm expecting you not to give me excuses.
Well, no, let's say me to Obama say solve the problem.
Good. I'm expecting you not to come and tell me say second ho.
Obama me excuse tasu.
And so you see, that's the kind of politicians that we've over the period. Yeah, society.
Yeah.
You breed over a period of time, and so they don't give us any respect.
Nankayama Yebugana for John Mahama is talking about to be fighting corruption. Me ya na eneme bi wo me dwene ho ana me busa say you go for your mu bu saying
they don't respect us, they don't regard us.
Na ya say
they don't respect us, they don't regard us.
When man you want to say we are forced to choose between the two devils.
Baby, Osa say every US travel alert.
Yeah.
One more ediama timamufu omo omukrumu.
Yeah.
So we all imagine say omo bo ma kronkron Ghana mo omjo omo yi. That travel alert no wa men kenkan
be mama.
Na me wi ameka asemba ko ni mention bi. Edi abreti for. Now, say oko US one more website say travel.state.gov. This travel alert is there. Now there can you updates to reflect threats against LGBTQI plus travelers. Now, this is what it says. Or say exercise increased caution in Ghana due to crime and violence against members of LGBTQI plus community. Because I'll be taking you to another document about the United States of America. We'll be going back there.
Okay.
Violence against members of LGBTQI plus. No underline the
no permission say A to Z.
They cannot come and dictate to us. We are a sovereign state. We are a sovereign country. To baby at baby. Your values are your values.
Yeah.
Your values cannot be our values. Some areas have increased risk. Or see, read the entire travel advisory. Now, exercise increased caution in part of Bono East, Bono, Savannah, Northeast, and Upper East regions due to civil unrest. Maintain se bibi koso Bono East. Maintain that ente se bibi koso gidigidi bia baby to say Savannah and Northern region. To come in as well.
Say your boy LGBT4 and answer day.
Northeast region to come in there. Baby, Upper East Niwa.
Yeah.
And ya Boko.
And OT.
Meboa. Any OT region in Quanta Meboa.
Yeah.
So these regions are the United States of America without due respect.
And then see
what security briefing have they been given by the Ghana Police Service? Ghana Police Service for no these in some say violent crimes such as carjacking and street mugging do occur. These crimes often happen at night and in isolated locations. Exercise increased caution specifically due to crime in urban areas and crowded markets, when traveling by private or public transportation after a dark, as criminal elements may use blockades to slow down and restrict movement of vehicles. In areas near the northern border of the Upper East and Upper West regions.
General security
advice it's okay.
Yes.
General security advice LGBTQ plus travelers.
Yeah.
Or say Ghanaian law contains prohibitions on unlawful carnal knowledge, generally interpreted as any kind of sexual intimacy between persons of the same sex. Punishments can include fines and incarceration. Anti-LGBTQI plus rhetoric and violence have increased in recent years. Members of the LGBTQI plus community have reported safety incidents that include targeted assault, rape, mob attacks, and harassment due to their identity. Now, what they are told is that they should read their country information on their page. But as if you decide to travel to Ghana, see our LGBTQI plus travel information page and read and section 6 of our human rights report for further details. Enroll in the Smart Traveler Enrollment Program to receive alerts and make it easier to locate you in an emergency. That one, and then follow the Department of State on Facebook and Twitter. Review the country security report for Ghana. Prepare a contingency plan for emergency situations. Review the traveler's checklist. Visit the CDC page for the latest. But the areas near the northern border in the Upper East and Upper West regions, exercise increased caution. According to Amnesty International, areas for a human writer, woman aye teacher, woman Max, woman show bia. Look, and someone the United States of America a boss one. Maybe now person you be call but me call fetch me. In the United States of America,
just before you proceed, Mamindin Komo Wemra.
Okay.
Mamindin Komo Wemra. Paul Boatin, a security expert and security analyst. Or journey on Humano Sepesi Busa say Anyebia, is there cause for concern? Emma, the safety of diaspora in Sebeba Ghana. U.S. Embassy issued the statement, and particularly they are focusing on the LGBT community. Is Ghana that hostile to LGBT community, Nana? Is there grounds in this very statement? Mr. Boatin, what mean ka Happy FM yamuhada sibibrewe.
Major Suminia.
Na ahode ho.
Ahode ho pa.
Adwuma ne de wonam he.
Wani to ase and ye de nam ne 10 yetie.
Esepufu no access. So when US travel restriction alert omodiama wono manfo no wetimi akankan bi.
Makankan bi.
Na Ghana ye hu sa to LGBT community nana.
Oh, where a normal alert aya tembia omota issue. Afibia omota yes adien. Na eba sa ye nuanoma me dey make so ma tin case name sab na un say US for yen konfo bi obo agi agire mu pa tembia on person mu paint obi a we against no paint o black. But I was say one ankasa kran so almost your research say population no any part of do say na agi sa ade na tum eno amuntimi nye e me kan kire Ghana ha yen emre bi ye ka kire won pray say Yamlanto ani bebre omo nya bia o no mo pɛ visa akɔ mu krom ho ne abrochire nti no mo hye ho nso omo ye bia enti the perception say Ghana no ebi wa ha ne etete onya ade enye no kresa mini awu si ya hu obi a ya chida hye ne wo Ghana hada
Debi
enso omo din nam no say won hwa alert no use na sebe e bia anim but of course omo no ne omo pɛ no mo America fo ye nkofo bi a omo interest nko an ne hia obi ade mfa won ho enti we nya ade a wose yeso so won so because we nyina ye nim pefie say ye krom ha Ghana no enya de asa de ne ye besoso so ana ye mlante wa ne ye maba ne bebri omo mu fa mu di call Brazil ni ade nyina omo nya bia aho kire ne oman mu atete obi anso pese otu kwanti na omo ahyeda akose ye bia na ebia community na meeting no ye promi enti me protection mama me visa na me nko sa na dodo na ye no me ko gi visa omo am call Brazil bebri afa so call US e kwan am fa so
omo da so ye
am da so ye but enoso omo da so ye by enoso ube ba ku mienu bi no ma hye da tro bibia ba social media na bia we ha eye ba ku mienu miensa bi enti sa alert na omo ye no omo interest nti no omo de yes ba nya de be affect oman no in any way
hu ni se be affect oman no
Debi enya de eye normal security alert a omo ta issue enya omo nko akra na be issue sa de no ye pop e bronyam a obi anum se Ghana ha bibi se ne basabasa betimi asi krono sa nema no ko yamlanto an we no omo nso peska omo de beto bronya nema ne ade nti krono nkiti bi ndie we ye den besi ntimi nsi ano kwan nti sa alert no ana omo be
but this time around there seem to be
ye said that you hu bebre ne ye pe bone ne niema basa pese si dia America bone esi ho no upe wiase kra no oman ye muju a nyo muti pen ne Ghana we nya dia was Ghana for ye ha ye hu bebre wo ho sa
any implications bia for our image internationally?
No, not at all.
Because you're looking at a situation where an individual, a family, Omupesomba Ghana, then they go to the embassy's website, no more kind side the way a bit memo be cross and see the nation in a different light.
Because you see, Jimmy onim, and will be answer our bow memuno. Obey reading Yama be pre and sana.
Waba
take decisions over. And to the way no to website, almost what TSS, almost to coin, not TSS. A advisor usually on them. Opako UK for website. Even Europe crowd would go within Europe no crown or to coin. UK for Bema advice.
Meaning say we a general travel advisor type, but there seems to be a certain focus on LGBT to the extent say Oma market some parts of the country areas so mark you say a risk areas for LGBT for and I'm wondering incident be necessary or hono mo a omo be bobosa empotem ho ni din as a bono east ka ho bono east any patrol kasa bono was a part of bono east northern region Mr. Boatimito
Onu say enchepi em say doma hina na wo hini bi ka say sa de no nso so won community ho.
Okay.
Me assure say no ntino mo based on that obode yes animal. But boa mo yensan frofo mo atese achi obi kura abode da.
Enu kura na eme wan no. Me ne ma me frɛ we na because wo de minim say won wo ye research pa.
Sabe wo mo ba no. Enti wo mo so enu ntino mo ba Ghana na se enu ntino mo ba ene ye mpe won efise yen so enti wo mo de be affect wo mo na wo mo ba ensrahwe nkasa abedu omdwuma tituru ne Ghana no sa de we emo because sabe say ye pa afase a wo ye ta no wada wo na anya sa na tie
sabe pepe
enti no se wonye bia de a ene ye ma sa we na fa ho ben mimi se me kwa brochire yes wa wo num cigarette me nko mimi num cigarette de be ko what about here enti no anu de enhye da affect say kura na ban no ayese wa wo pevisa bia wo bedru kotoka ne ama officer no kura de ene hotel say won kran ne ade ne fiti next month e kono de e fe na ebe yema e affect yen te sane bia muhunu no minhunu sa kura e affect yen kura
openi meda wase ene awie no mra wanya wo ye ho
Me so me da masipa.
Opening Paul Boateng, the security analyst, or no, and I would think also a researcher in security matters. Now, what has made you a Jubilee House?
Mati Bisa, IT
conflict of interest
B, IC director B, no one sense B. I'm for a deals of to Jabisa no ma. There's a ayo. We say something in an bit me. But we know the road they come. In the road they come. Boba, in the road they come. Baba. That baby the media can say South story way no cry. Muntu one among. Because this is not the time I was say corruption scandal be a Haiti Jubilee House. You want to break the heat, me boy. Yeah. Mon nanti sa asura bofo. Mo de mon pretend say mo de munya bonni. Very amomo. And now last minute nti amanfo person wild na. Omo obi a person grab it. Cash out Tanzania player cash out Tanzania brother so. Na anya na brother so a yentumi cash out. Omo ba vieta. O cash out Tanzania. O cash out Tanzania play no. Ati ayo. And this are not playing to say team. How can you allegedly yes. Allegedly we are told say the IT director of Jubilee House extra VAT invoices in his company's name. Now akwaje refund. No, but this allegation, I pray, I hope say Chief of Staff Etie Muntu Wanamon, because my details are me scanned VAT receipts are being no. Nyasam ketwa. So it goes back to your point. Our bastresi say a business, Bibi. A business. But no, I said you. Of course, I said when say when you. Hey, now Tona. I said when say when you. Now but I say data cry. Hey, Obe Bibisa. Say Jubilee House in here Bibisa. Come the first way yetimi. That's a procurement procedure. I want procedure. I want to pass your corner. What you call actually ni here? Yes. Na procurement for na he say. Yes. Ade we na we here no. Your existing supplier. Existing supplier and agreement be na ne wo. Thank you. Is it a procurement was say open tender for? Emma man for be day. And now say we can go to the same supplier now because we already have an existing exactly. Now we are ochro the kwa accounts for her name procurement for. Thank you. Payment be accounts for na ye. Thank you. The ban is saying will be a Jubilee House. It's a company now in his official capacity using a private company. And the procure now reclaiming funds. So it's an allegation, but it's a very serious allegation. A very, very serious allegation. The person above officer needing because it's an allegation. Yeah. But there's some say BBC Koswa. Me okay. What do you trying? I've had some scanned documents buttresses are the way. But I want to wait. Me trying kakra. Yes, Jubilee House. I did wait there. Me kompa. I will go into this matter because enyefe. And Jubilee House intimi to data ji say will be private company na performance procure. And then a Jubilee House person ota sika ni wa ye de beto nti wo say ye ko fa ba bia ansa Jubilee House. Oh, Debbie. And the presidency budget allocation a call cry. Now, couple of what in common be who asem. Asem way. Okay. Me would me fan to. Happy ever rap for what me that say eh. Asem one can make come so and rap for what aboson. Because you see, my mama data kakra. What's that me I like data and I love it too. Only me say omo can say carjacking na koso e wo member. Now, according to ABC News, any Ghana,
God na sabedi akose ABC News. They were here.
ABC News of America. ABC News of America. Carjacking saw a noticeable increase from 2021 to 2022. The head,
So won't call. I will call US. I will embassy to travel. Alert be amount. Yeah, you know, about Sefa. No, so we'll call US and I bring your best. What is said Ghana embassy? Travel alert to say Ghana for Munya. They won't.
Yeah, more than 1 million vehicles were stolen in 2022 in the United States of America.
But you know, we had a bar. Canada cars of Ghana. One and no crew. More
than 1 million vehicles were stolen in the United States of America. Compare that to a carjacking a US embassy say a cost of Ghana when it is saying. Look, they were talking about rape. They were also talking about the fact that LGBTQI plus for all more there are obviously infringement on their rights. Oko United States of America. This is according to Amnesty International. Indigenous people are being raped. Indigenous Americans are being raped. Now, even LGBTQI plus for they face abuses in the United States of America. Have they been able to deal with those matters? Just because December we receive huge numbers.
That is the point. December, we
receive huge numbers of foreigners trooping into the Republic of Ghana.
Beyond the return.
So if that is one more hour, beyond the return is coming
successful.
It will be hugely successful. But the United States of America with all due respect, you have human rights issues at your own backyard that you need to deal with. And please deal with that. What I hate, and it's you are not even the number one when it comes to human rights. And you are trying to act God over other countries.
Because our leaders,
we have sold our conscience to them. So they can just get up and tell us whatever it is that they want to tell us. Which is really sad. Indeed. Of course. Indeed. If in some Caribbean, Upper East, Upper West, and what do we know, said there are noticeable conflicts in those areas. No crime, security, presence, you hardly hear of any violence in that part of the country. So why are they trying to do this? You see, Bibi,
Sefa,
we should not sit down and allow our politicians to go and sell themselves and make bad name for the Republic of Ghana.
Sam George Monum Ghana phobia momonium brea and by now ma LGBT adi
school. But Bibi, our norms and our culture and and if a sovereign country tells you you are not under any obligation to force us. No, you can't tell us what to do. The same way can't tell America say polygamy is a thing in Africa, polygamy is a thing in Ghana, and so whether you like it or not, allow people to marry multiple wives.
Unfortunately, I just to me say polygamy is a sin. Most of
the people, most of us are a product of polygamous relationships.
Or say on polygamy and so or support to LGBT. Me ware e ma ba mi ensa. Umpe no. Me kofa be ma.
Emu dey okay. Emu human right.
sɛ me bema me wɔ the ability to marry 3 wo se ɛno etia Bible tia mra na me kofa bema dia ɛne okay bombo
ɛfa ho adabe nti si no pi na nokorɛ ɛyɛ baako pɛ
98.9 FM 26 gone past the R2 and send me koso oto management contract bia ankato mpanimfo pese wo mo assign OSP special prosecutor was sanoti agusa garenim yanko Bernardo Wusu ho first Bernard Jafo no to baby na fa call no hwe yes say so almost statement no na to ye chese inti Ghana krade mpa na ebetimi ayama ye ho tema oil refinery nko a se me kirewo the attempts governments have made to revamp it and make sure say yeah juma yanye successful me tresi busa mo say what is really the problem? Yet another attempt to bring in a strategic management partner, and for because enkophobia kwa register organization bi benadaba amenkwa homa no so na benade mechire nsem no mu emfa emayen ene awie na ensem na ye ka no ebia o tie kire be yo se ensem bi a ye boy esire mu e de aka but these are real matters eda oman no anymore na me was statement no in fact krata wono chro e de koma special prosecutor medical abo some sections of the document no so na my engage Bernardo Wusu on the line over this very matter na yenya inchirechiremu ene ntiase as to concerns pa omo way every General Transport Petroleum and Chemical Workers Union of TUC Ghana na omo petition Office of the Special Prosecutor was a petition to investigate the ongoing Torrentco Now Tema Energy and Processing Limited TOR lease proposal. Bernardo Wusu so timenka Happy FM yemawo aha eda wase bebre awie ene womre.
Mema waha dunia eni
mo statement yi na mabɔ title no sisi a edempa na ekoso oto enunti mode petition koma special prosecutor say one hwehwe the deal between Tema Oil Refinery and Torrentco entemo.
Yedi kan message ya watie for na mechia Ghana for nyina omafidie ade ato Happy FM omotie BD
Happy FM
beye bosume be ensiamuni ena enyanti yese Tema Oil Refinery omo board no investors amomu do musika aba be share Tema Oil Refinery adwuma because sesia no crude oil a was omo kofa ba no be refine e woto no omu ni bi ena mfidie no so bi ho atochema enti nyina asadwumayefo no na ade ana obi ade say bibi say de ekoso enti omo the company bi omo so omo shortlisted company bi omo anye even advert company no kra anko bid anye we bia but at the point omo de koye president selection ekra no now there was no transparency it omo ankasa ekokoye a due diligence report the due diligence report no koye na about say company in stated capital 500,000 Ghana cedis company no any the technical expertise obetimi ede ababeye pejuma no the National Petroleum Authority the regulators there will be ababeye pejuma we so omo license no omo ni license and no be brave and also directors ni bia omunye Torenko for no ebi a director to a company, the former managing director, Mr. Asante Beko, the chief executive, former chief executive, our name Goldsmith. Ekoye Juma almost scandal the ebaya. Eja amanone for UK, any US Sabine. And so I can either say or money called detention or some way there. Same Ubia entering can in the air cost or one abrabum. Eti ekobane sa no e ma yen yamushi kakra e me ka say ekobane say na company eti say no e wo say ye de adwuma kasi eti say edi shanensa enti e tro letter e de command panimfo ebusebusemu e ma ye ni minister kra koye meeting enti ekobane say company no enya de ogbetimi ayesa adwuma re Torenko no enti ye de yada ye fi say o adwuma no kra no ye ja to baby Yankoti, I yesterday, Omako for me another company. Our company needing Tema Energy Processing Company Limited. Now, Tema Energy Processing Company Limited. A year Torenko, 40% shares. Card holding investment, 40% shares. And now, Store Workers Charity Trust, 40% shares. That means 20% shares. Mamitrim Sakra. Na eyete ya omachiche no etrese adwumayefo num a omo ye adwuma wo to a omo wo payroll of to e na akọhye baabi no makoti ta adwuma ya friend Store Workers Charity Trust Fund na sa adwumayefo nim no omo din baako edin de Abbas baako din de Scott na baako din de Mr. Moako and Abako, the Unicorn for chairman, I was told. The friend of Adongo. Thank you for knowing. Wana, or Marco Bopo. I could try a deviation on my sister.
Happy
and on my sister, a Jumakoya, a friend of Store Workers Charity Trust. A Jumakono workers need anyone no munim say. And go for me, I quite hard doing. Until say the National Union of General Transport, Petroleum and Chemical Workers Union. Your call register general and your call search. Your search no and no mudriba out say. Thank you for me, omo directors, and the shareholders, and the beneficial owners of this trust fund. And the idea we net to kakra. Say obi a we adwuma woto. Say obi baba vegeto. So what the Nisika Baba said to Omua, a banner saying I'll call register company. Now the echo now move for me company back with some of the Baba Jeto.
Not just say some staff members of TOR.
Yes.
Esa paye owners of TOR.
Yes.
I don't know that's
because the board of directors of TOR, they are in support of them. Some of them in the management, they are in support of them, especially the managing director. They are all in support of them. And you know, you try to the management say, huni. And the management entry muntre and said, Ekobani said na we juma wotoa. Utimi eyo bibita. And the management try omo response omo de buy no, we are methani profit at the amount.
Okay.
Almost every time omo de omo and Adongo, a unicorn for a chairman, the Adongo, or the senior staff chairman of Friends and Tor, Unicorn. You'll see on the whole of friend, so Omra, no messa, or messa, Sani Payoka, or a manager. Manager 3, no response, say a prayer, and Omodo sign. It's Romudu,
one and a frail woman, one and a frail woman.
Almost Adongo, no, a Adongo, you're a unicorn for chairman. Yes, on no frame. No, na. Yeah, press conference. I was told. Or bar out. I counter. I say, Adiana, ye can Ghana point here. I could say, Adiana Torenko for the papa. That because of your selfish interest, and I am per se but your man will say, yeah, selfish interest. Sebi. Nipa omo yi adwuma woto no. Me nuanom wo. Me maame mo wo. Ti ye koya ade bia ebe ma to agu a omuboja ebe ba metri so
Omo brand new omusu ebeba mitri so.
Bernard.
Yeah, nyadia at the bonny bed ebe brom. Na adia ebetimi ama adwuma no agina no eno na yegyina. Entimia ye dey asem ko gina special prosecutor ye ko no. Minia maminka e wo fidika chezu se. E wo se Ghana fo nyina ebo eye OSP na bato. E police ye decide we akoma attorney general. Ye decide we e dey akọ Parliamentary Select Committee of Parliament. And then I won't say you Jinapo. Why here press conference, but now Wakasa Afa, but now I think that it's too late. Because you know, assistant letters, Eddie Akomemo Munina, na Bessine, Yanti Obianka, until then, a special prosecutor, actual letter, Eddie Akomato, and Penny Forte, a mom in the Pueblo, and no maybe a Muye Biano, Omonfangu, or no for Amon Krata, and Famra, and Kinina. Don't frame your via, not your woman, I don't know.
Na Torrentco, say Torrentco na sans Sabaye Tema Energy and Processing Limited, right?
That's why.
Evidence Ben Amueche say Torrentco na done in Hosa.
Who share the share structure of the entity? A Toronto Asset Management, 40%. Card Holding Investment Limited, 40%. And a Tour Worker Charity Trust, 20%. That forms the Tema Energy Processing Company Limited.
Interesting. Now, what period between time wa ankasa management deal ibekoso and now almost said in what time frame and as a change no ekoso
company no August ya
Tema Energy and Processing Limited no August ya no
Processing Limited August ya ne enya adwuma obabi ada
August ya no me incorporate ye
and now even Toronto no kra no 7th January 2020 your friend is saying 3 years no moti Toronto
2023 na Toronto na nkasa mpoyete ye
na Toronto no moti ye no ade a free omu say omu register company no kra Sunday
na say Sunday register ye no anya adwuma
mpacho
anomo ye no online ebi omo ye no online 24-hour economy.
That is it. You see, I don't know. And you know, you need the tree. Now,
okay, but just before, you inquire, you inquire, no. Bernard Mamimbusa, Sansem Winina, Honorable Matthew Poku Prempe, Onimhubi, what's in one sem, what 2 1 among.
The patron Honorable Opoku Prempe, Yanina Dins, I was so brave, but I can say in confidence, or no, I teach in Segunechi. As a minister,
why not children in Segunechi?
But that power is that be. Attitude in Segunechi or no Ankasa when you say.
The only power beyond the minister's power is the president's power. At best, Lubeka is a chief of staff, but he also would work on the instructions of the president. So
he has been directed to allow the store board to do whatever they want to do with store. Well, that is what do you call? Whatever.
You mean the sector minister is helpless in this matter?
I am telling you because we have been to his office severally, and per conversations that we have had with him, both on the table and behind the table, means that he is helpless.
Send your child deal with the PDS, dear no.
But your PDS in the cry here. PDS in the Senanka Brofu BDH. But we no Ghana for be no market trade, we be asking no mashi juma. Some of the Baba dream Katasha for your kind. But Mammy used to have PDS, so not Ghana need be as a Utah petrol. And you go Kamu. And what I hear when you brace some say, Tama oil refinery. Say a buy, say engineer and CB and for Magana for. The engineer and be a Magana for the Abatono. Mamma and said, no, the intima and fine chair. Now, Kwame Nkrumah, and Danny Grave, he will curse us for not taking care of the only refinery that we have.
Meaning, sir, in time past, companies like Bismark Capital Limited and Vitol have all come closer to Tor. What's really the history with Tor potential takeover? It is saying, what's the trajectory?
Well, a lot of people come and express interest. Say, the crude oil back. Normally, Tor management, I arrangement, normal too. Become somebody. I can say, almost crude weber. NATO are charging a tolling fee out of it. That has been the process. lease arrangement here, it's new. In the history of Tor, nobody has come to lease Tor on farm in 6 years. Nobody.
Send you a book called Lisi Dino, almost a Lisi Tor Mawomo for 6 years.
Anymore for a credit say 6 years. Now, some will be the Lisi asset amawa. At least, can I think the big crab? Which yes, you can
do.
And now, we make a commitment to be. Toronto for Toronto for mother company, no stated capital, 500,000 Ghana cedis.
And no more de Baba Jito.
And the CIA, as we speak, their stated capital, I don't know how much it is, but it is nothing to write home about.
Me checks kakra me your crutch said they initially stated say no more about 22 million Ghana cedis. Omo de Baba share you
Linear 22 million Ghana cedis. The Tamale refinery. A company, my understanding said they are even the debt that is hanging on them is around 100 million, either $100 million or so. But
this is a company you say was registered or incorporated in 2023. Now, no multi accumulated debt to that level within the same year.
Not that.
You mean tall? Okay, yeah. Okay, tall. Okay, that one no ne wa also obe mo no usika odeba.
Yeah.
So mo ahotoso say special prosecutor betimi esisa potential corruption ya no kwan.
We are giving him the benefit of the doubt, but at the speed you call last week Friday, what in your actual letter, at the Akoma almost say almost stop no more for more kata, and no movie be amrano. You when it so betting ya to mapa at the amaye. Into no Ghana pool in more money call. Sebeya, Yinano, Yebetini, Enya, the rightful friend is saying, Adepa, every year, Tamale refinery.
Money union in penning for what is the best deal for Tor? Quite many befa so ama Tor is in that them.
The deal for Tor is that we have companies like Vitor, we have companies like Shell, we have companies like Total, we have big companies. Those companies can invest in Tor.
Are they showing interest? Are they expressing interest?
The company itself has not even come out to tell us what is wrong with the company. People will come and express interest. Everything is shredded in secrecy. There are a lot of people, Pastor, said Tor and yet a profitable business, refinery, and yet profitable business. Like Chinese before Mami Sidiwa. The board of directors of Tor, ICT Tech, said they will not allow anybody to come in except Torenco and Tema Energy Processing Limited. This is the deal that the board of Tor want to do it. And they are saying that because some of us are even talking about, they are going about to even, they are doing, procurement to go and look for a lawyer to sue us. But we are not scared. We are not scared. We will speak and we will speak and speak. We are not scared. They can take us to anywhere and we'll go. But we want to tell Ghanaians that what they are doing, it is the gig of the board of directors of Tor. They are doing this. We dare them, say they should put the thing to the public domain that Tor want to investors to come and invest in Tor. And these are their terms. These are things that they want. And everybody will express interest. And the best is selected. That's it. I don't go and sit under a tree and do what you are doing.
Happy FM.
SMP. Opening Happy FM that's area.
That's no tea for. Ghana for MY na yanko queen there. I know shit. But yanko for Enkayan.
Bernard Owusu, a union leader, General Transport, Petroleum and Chemical Workers Union of TUC Ghana. So far, you've been digging some more.
Yes.
And then I will know about this matter.
Well, I've been following this particular issue since a buyer somewhere around June, July, no more. Yeah. And I was actually asking questions around how can a company be formed in January 2023? Yeah. And suddenly, if you hear company, I'll be to take over Tor, then a company that has got no track record of managing any entity at all could be given the opportunity to go and manage a Tema oil refinery. Now, again, the company tells us that no more $22 million to pump into Tema oil refinery to actually say they be Jumako no Jumadi already beat me now so. But it turns so I mean these were some of the questions that we were asking.
Question
and indeed, who really is behind
this deal?
Yes.
Who are the Jubilee House?
Exactly.
And the what behind
this particular deal? Yes.
Because if he says that, because I'm wondering why Honorable Matthew Poku Prempeh would allow this to happen under his watch. The Napo I know.
Don't be surprised, because when the matter came in somewhere around June, we had civil society organizations and almost say it looks as if energy minister and perhaps may not even be aware of the under dealings and so ASAP said it, IAS said it, other independent energy experts made mention of that. Say it and listen to the story. Say enipa enum ena womo akwa form almost a day Toll Workers Charity Trust there. Now,
we are staff of Toll.
Of Toll. Now, staff of Toll cannot just
we are staff of Toll.
Yes.
And now our shares in the company.
In the company that wants to take over Toll.
Conflict of interest.
Conflict of interest. But you see, what we are not turning our minds to, they are within the company. They don't have that financial muscle.
And no more capital, you're saying.
Good.
So but they have a stake in the company.
They have a stake in the company that was
50% shares or 20% share. And we see, I did we on a bit to me the issue.
Yeah, they have a stake of 20%. How much do you know? In the company that wants,
that is Tema Energy and
Processing Limited.
Yeah.
One more. Toll Workers Charity Trust, 20% stake in that company. But what I am telling you, Mr. These 5 individuals did not act on their own accord.
And Nana Benadeka said they were called by one union chairman.
Yes. So the union chairman may have been directed by the board of directors or management of Tema Oil Refinery to do that.
So we know behind the sun and now say when the muna or manu or so we want to your mom will be control the masses. That's all. So who is behind it?
Who is behind it from the Jubilee House?
Look, we are going to unmask whoever is behind this deal.
From the Jubilee House, the gentleman in question, and I'm questioning the gentleman in question. I know the Toronto.
Yeah.
So Toronto refinery.
Yes. No. Yes.
No. You're paying now. Former MD of a Toronto refinery. When his matter came in the US,
yes.
So why not? So it tells you, say the real camping. The real camping is not Asante, baby. I want to know I say or person the Toronto ever take over tomorrow refinery.
Yes.
The real camping is in Ghana.
And then they know use
Asante.
Our use system.
Yes,
the current
exactly. So how is it that the company transmogrifies all of a sudden into another company? Within the same year. But all company here now gonna say about to take it over to a month for questions suddenly owns 40% share in this new company.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
But
Jesus Christ. I'm out for a clever crew hapa. I'm out for a smart
So I say
Mate company may say Mufa Happy FM mame.
Yes.
Meanwhile, Global Media Alliance and Mabon Timbeka say
Derby
Happy District
Derby.
Na here strategic partner. No Ababe boy. Onya advert
Derby.
See a kase ye hunu baby as a tour has been listed as a distressed company. Here management partners and I say investors. Ye announcement Derby. And to one no so no the proposal by say ye pesa what the tour my na ye be edisika be shame over 6 years almost pesa ye lease tour
at the moment
ye can lease at yes ye lease tour and farmer company ye tin this year
January 2020
PDS company no say
the similar thing.
Enti se ne koye ni say me pese me bu etiefo a omo ade na aye omo adwene
mu na ya.
Enti afia na sa torrent ko no yete ye. And our course say in
January 2023
yeah. And our course say in mano over 6 years. Now the stated capital 500,000 Ghana cedis.
They not done the bank account mo.
Sika not done the bank account mo. 500,000 Ghana cedis.
Yes.
Yen fa to mao.
But about Bontense or the $22 million and a quack the operations of Tom.
Na talk that ho crab bro $22 million no. To e kai that to e bro sa na company a wa fe no wate the track record
and
in managing a facility like to anything ena workers ye dede ena amaso ena sa company na nka e ba beji to no akọ to 40-60% shares ewo a new company mu a new company e fe no Tema Energy and Processing Limited.
Yes.
Enti the same company dane ne ho afa company foforo so asa baba be fa to na sa Tema Energy and Processing Limited yi no August ya so na sa company yete
Happy FM.
No, because
waiting na ya mask ka say and engagement day bi ani ho man
even ho
akontabu na ni
eno na eguso ebu ha na
me catch him say o man no for be the business won ti ase na ti won ye wo ye campaign ye gidigidi wo shirt t-shirt ko campaign t-shirt wo argument a wo ye wo fie na wo di we ko through anka wo millions of dollars a man for benya no benya bi. I am the special prosecutor TM.
Special prosecutor TM.
Now staff no me 5. Moye adwuma
dongo maka.
Moye adwuma oto.
Boso me so echiamka.
Na mutimi ko form a trust, is it trust fund?
Omako ko form charity fund.
Charity fund.
Trust fund da.
Tall Workers Charity Trust. Charity Trust.
Yes.
And omo no moye directors.
Yes, omo no moye directors.
And sa charity trust no shares sa company ya also oba beto ye fa to man no.
Yes, 20%.
Na workers a mo ye adwuma wo to mu twa mo ho abeto to mu koka company bi ho na wa ba beto to na mo ye adwuma ma to asan ye owners.
Yeah.
Eh me say binim no nyansa chen nipa bebre okro mu o
and make us
ana ya dwenya adwuma o
and make us say utie ya or say board of directors or say the risk a command from above say the board of directors of Tema Oil Refinery must be allowed to do whatever they want to do with the Tema Oil Refinery. And so board of directors, per the narrative that has been given, board of directors are colluding with management to do whatever it is that is going on with the new company now Abano.
That's illicit
for mom for 6 solid years.
Now 6 years so then they
know what they will get.
No, we are no majesty.
Yes, they know what they will get. They know what they are likely to get. They know what they will get. A classical example of state capture.
With PDS deal.
A classical example of state capture.
Omar Rehashi.
It's highly likely.
Oh,
it's highly likely. You cannot negate that. Don't mean you are free. It's a equation idea about you and him say, no. Won't to me miss a free.
A constant.
Variable. Pompe apetampe. Pompe otimiotim and a person of fact when you are saying so when you see kete say obey no and no na tintina chia okosoroba from no person yo ansana amamu na konawie
na ultimate company in August say emfali a toma na
company no jumaso a waye ene de wo he
sebe ehuru yanim kosoro
company no jumaso wa na under what circumstance? Also, the TSC and about a procurement process. Yeah. So, Abana Trust here who say, Temoyo refinery, a idea here pay will be a bit in music about the Simu. I'm a company net the Juma. You are quite what do I ever and was set Parliament has even been involved. Exactly. I mean, exactly. Tor is a strategic asset. Exactly. You're sorry, Tor. That be. Untimi sorry, Brekope Enkase, Makwakonya, a strategic investor. Intimini Naba. Bra Obia and strategic partner. No, Nature said the point is that Abino Kwankas will hear strategic partner. Go and check the Procurement Act. That be. Baby, Abino Kwankas will hear strategic partner. That be. Oh, can be. Oh, so. A can it toward dear abandon whom dear trade to be a mazisia babeka somewhere around $100 million. And on the $22 million. And also $22 million and a bit me ashimu. Na one mato etime dijuma said it was say it to me edi. Na to nankasankaza on some more. It's all say near Abbey. A daddy preface and some money be a cost. Yes, I done for your name. Told the Abbey cash cow for some people for some time. When you say I'm for milk top I'm a pay many penny be din komo e wa no pa show you so na wo ka say one tears here na ne hwehwe mu a waye ono no asem wo ka no ne hwehwe mu a waye ahuru ni say eye tema oil refinery debt levia eda petroleum price build up so no ye to a enkogu accounts bia mu ye nimba bia scan fa na say ni na ko consolidated fund obi ade ko ne ho obi ade directly ekone ho nti to de no ko he nti eni nya se ma yimisa no oh how osi yimisa management say so because MP osi ni hwe mu aye ne say MP nsa ka omo de omo nsa ka nti all the other agencies under the energy ministry omo asem anaso omo atoche I mean nti ye giti sika nkete agwabwa no e de aso ma se ne de abo omo motimi de omo djuma no obi ansa ka ne de se de be ya eyem panyimfo omo da sa enyumaku na no ebesi ginaye with sika no omo ewo anase sika no omo nya no ositema oil refinery de no aye hwehwemu se bra no ni nya de sika no eko inti sika no ko he nti na se etua taxes na abanje nti yemusa sa na se jise kan no ko ata no busa no sa aban se sika no ko no sika no ko eye futusanfo ho ono no chiche yansanso emisa ye papa Dr. Matthew Poku Prempe energy minister esanse wono no ye oswafo oda energy ministry na enti so ampani ampa se to sika eka price build up ekwan faso a yesese 1 liter of fuel ewo mamu etua to a bibi ekobua to se sika no ekọ na se enko but me be mo say quantuma he and over a period of time sika do he and over a period of time yen saka anase enya e de ayo afato ma me kwa homa no sombra jo Benjamin Isian, Director, Center for Environmental Management and Sustainable Energy. I mean, Busano, the reaction to Sankomuya, General Transport, Petroleum and Chemical Workers Union of TUC. Edia Kodnai, Special Prosecutor, and subsequently Special Prosecutor, actual crata Koma Company for say negotiation be a more ye, deal be a more ye, agreement be a more sign be a so more the tomo be a no munyai. Now, almost say a investigation into corruption and possible related corruption matters in this deal. Mr. Sia, happy FM waha.
Yeah, minya.
Bibi aboko de.
Na do bibi me ba do na so.
Nyame adom ba twe na watwe mu ache.
No cre. Pressure no do so be any day.
Me awe, ye be ni nyina, wa fu do so do ni nyina.
No cre nya.
Na tonsem semi wani de akire de.
Mani de akire pa.
Asɛm te saying wo so suspect say dwirimu bi pese koso ana
blasmenia ansa na meba question so na was me call abakwasem kakra.
Okay.
For the past 5 years to nya adwuma since second term of Omampani Nana Adodanko Akufo-Addo, His Excellency what's a son for managers more than 5, managing directors more than 5. The reason this is some when they say most all these managers, are fairly some of them are to a and to no any juma bibiana at the cat and a bremai. So as a center, you focus on say government ain't me manage it to there was say or what I call partial privatization.
Okay.
There was a toll, you recipe, I remember Ankranque, your musical bishop kaka. Because Ankranque is the bishop, because of suffering fast one, there will be that good governance or good corporate governance at all. There will be that supervision, there will be that accountability, there will be that responsibility at all. And these are things that every matter no often into
Okay.
So as a center, we call for partial privatization. Now, you're afraid for partial privatization because now, as a state-owned entity, we percent equity in a privatization because it also serves as a national security asset. It also serves as an essential part of our energy architecture. And that has been the position of the center that let's
in that partial privatization proposal, what would be the stake of TOR and the role of TOR? Or
so the partial privatization is that the TOR is in debt. There are some liabilities of this company.
Okay.
And because of these liabilities, no one can import to plan or refining. So what my suggestion has always been that yenya obia already so better liabilities need.
Okay.
And yenya payment schedule to redeem most of these liabilities. Now, sad liabilities now dependent on about equity of that independent the company.
Okay.
As a company, 100% liability, 60% assets, value now, 60% now, it gives you 60% share of the company.
Okay.
Because the other option is that was a listed company on the stock, so that public, will be interested in it. But because of the indebtedness and also because of unprofitability or loss of this company from over 5 years, you can't list it on the stock because the stock looks at only profitable companies or creditable companies or companies that are not in financial distress. But it's including talk for the stock listing and they're not credit because even the laws do not even agree. And there was so why not say okay, talk can out, never be PB. That's how then I pay the interest so that at least I can put up setting good corporate governance in the system. And that is the position of SEMSET. But also
but sir position when you propose away, how far have you advanced it?
On various platforms, even when I met for leadership, more workers union, I don't go about a month ago, I pushed it that this is my stance that yet we my company and the whole. Abbreviation we pay toll levy on the energy debt recovery levy. They pay almost 8 pesos per liter.
Yeah.
Say the matter. Not all also we actually but we continue to pay workers, and that also becomes a burden on government.
Is TOR issue and only a cannot da hononi issue na say it is just the fact that you need good managers. Is it the canon scan for away? What is it?
So it is the canon one. Two managers you see most of the management of TOR are appointed by party in government.
That's right.
Politicians.
Yeah.
Most of the politicians are appointed here on the expertise of that person, but on the interest that Nippon of course institution now or the or no government and as a political party person now appointed or not.
Yeah.
So because of this interest and lack of expertise by various managers they appointed since 2018, we keep changing managers and still TOR unproductive. It's a redundant entity and farmers will be a brain mind. Wow. Say a man and credit who be my credit you back. You decide financial discipline or now good corporate governance in the Baho, or maybe some sustainable leadership styles in the Baho. I'm a tono up and to my part after. And we can even call for the removal of TOR recovery levy because if you are infrastructure.
And yes, sir, o propose idea, it means sad deal yankebe, sanke, because then TOR was going to get a strategic partner in the name of Tema Energy and Processing Limited that has about 3 shareholders, staff of Tor and so Ekahubi. This would have been a good deal for Tor if a proposal for a private or partial privatization.
Okay, you keep me that similar, and this comes to earlier question now beside about this particular deal. I believe that the deal will be common biano. I will say a Pareto. Pareto what means that it doesn't burden the already beneficiaries of this particular arrangement, and I say the stakeholders in the industry or the stakeholders of Tor. It doesn't burden them much compared to giving them some kind of respite.
Patrochiremu be maintained.
So what the deal about? I will say a balanced deal as stakeholder be and I say any interest associated with Tor will benefit from it.
Okay.
But not one particular interest benefiting more than other interests.
Okay.
I don't know whether you get it.
It was a balance.
I will say a balance.
Okay.
But okay, Torinco, and I said Tema Energy and Processing Limited, which previously was Torinco, who had deal entirely. The argument for from the junior staff is that it's not a balanced deal.
Okay.
It's not an efficient deal that serves the junior staff's interest, that serves the company's interest, and also serves the national interest. Into all the 3 layers, the junior staff are saying that they have a problem with it.
What specifically about this deal, Anna, bad?
Okay, so they are raising it. And today, if we have a Kotema to meet Michael Dakwenko, because there have been several occasions that maybe said we meeting Tema Energy.
Okay.
They have not been available to us to also say the side of their story.
Okay.
Because for you to get a good conversation on a topic, you need to hear both sides.
That's true.
But the first side when more can say one, they think that the Tema Energy and Processing Limited do not have the requisite expertise to manage Tor. That is one. Or two, so who can say they believe that the arrangement yes, if anything, the workers, some percentage, because of the union members, they believe that at the Mudim in the firm, union members and ladies are percentage and not the workers. I don't know whether you on that point. Right.
Sure.
Now, 3, even the board of directors of the Tema Energy and Processing Limited, the junior workers are saying that there is a conflict of interest because Mami Bitiswa, some Mami not also Tor board so.
Na or
Tor board so.
But only Tor board should be more. I said nothing stops her from serving on another board, Anna.
So okay, so according to them, Omo person which say Mami no influence be only tenant management no one. Entina omo person omo ton Tor and omo negotiate a cheaper deal for Tor.
Okay.
These are issues they raised.
Yeah.
So what means you omo kasomo deni no pre? But what I always believe is that when there's an issue, at any point in time, consensus must be built.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, Tor must work.
So
omo junior staff, any senior staff, there's been a conflict between the junior staff, which is led by Ben Usuenko or the General Transport and Petrochemical Workers Union, and also Adongo, who is also a senior manager at Tor. There's a conflict between those 2 worker unions at Tor. As an entity or as an entity, the interest every man, why don't we come together, then strike out all the challenges that this particular partial privatization so that Tor no a redundant entity and become an albatross on state.
Are you aware of any public solicitation, an announcement from Tor Somuhia strategic partner?
No, I'm not aware.
It appears to be one of the concerns our workers will say, now procurement law near clear. If you want to bring in somebody, you advertise, people bid, and then the best is chosen.
Yeah, you are right on that point. So my argument is that if they did not advertise, but people came in, and the General Transport and Petrochemical Workers Union also think that they have other parties who could offer better than this, they should make them available to the table. I don't know what I get.
I get your point. Yes.
My point is that
that's what the law says. So
yes, I know. My point is that you see, sometimes law is good. But at the end of the day, we also have to look at the profitability of this particular company. It is a law which says it must go through a tendering process. People must know, it must be advertised. People must know it. Fine. Now there's this deal. If you don't agree with the deal based on say it was not advertised, bring an offer that is better than this deal to make it go through. Because at the end of the day, Tor must work to serve the good people of Ghana.
Yeah.
Give me money in Siwa for good 5 or 6 years since 2018. Honorable Isaac was saying, refining about 800 and something thousand and a million crowd. I think 980,000 barrels at that time. Yeah. Or refining 980,000 barrels since 2018, which is an official document from BP Petroleum, Aluminium Production. Tor doesn't refine. Tor has not refined. The workers are there. Obeti I see electrical cables are here. Obeti obi the product of the boom Ira. Obeti I see Ira. The machine even is in the rickety state. Most of them wear and tear pro.
There's a toy scrap.
Yes. So why as a state? I didn't know mine. You bet me at now. Ama ya torn. Yet you man and fun into my panfra. It is a deal. Now, what deal be now brings a Nipanisika or the Banusa. And you also have other offers. You present them to the table. We look at them and choose the best for country Ghana. That serves all interests.
Let's look at some specifics. For instance, this company is seeking to have Tor leased to them for a period of 6 years.
Yes.
Obibe Time the 6 years attain the fortunes of Tor around. Looking at the over $100 million debt that was this year.
Meanwhile, Obibe Time did 1 year. If you get a good money back, Obibe Time 1 year. I'm managing Tor. I'm a Tor and turnover. Imagine a month you are drinking 2 million barrels in a month. Imagine, just imagine, because a day Tor can do about 45,000 barrels a day.
Even with its limping legs.
Limping length, no Tor can do about 40 because they say no problem here. The residual fuel catalytic cracker, what we call the RFCC, that has a problem.
Hey, the day. Some machine way the dado.
Yes, and no no problems you see. But the CDU is working. Until market says CDU now investor no, it me inject because the RFCC, which is a residual fuel catalytic cracker, it makes about 18,500 a day.
Okay.
That's 18,500 a day. Now CDU no 40,000. Now say even a day, 140,000, 35,000 a day. Imagine 35,000 by 300 and something a year or 360 days a year.
That's good business.
That's good business. And that you make up see petrol sikano. Only getting by iska. 2 million barrels a day. No, imagine 2 million barrels a day. You are making even two events and $2 a day on 2 million. That's 2 million Ghana cedis a day. Iska. So Sebi, intina sometimes we Ghana and Semna. But yes, we no.
In all of this, Minister Matopoku Prempe, who rule saying, Mene Tom Penny for a workers' union or junior staff in the Kasai, no, almost say it appears that the minister's hands are tied. Yachichelen in Segunechi, na as a pressure ni free soro neba, order from above. Is that how you see it from the minister's point of view? Is saying in all of this, what's your expectation of the minister's role in this?
I think that any point will be a because minister the attitude in Abonachi. The minister is the minister in charge of this particular and his silence is not good for the whole industry. I think that as a minister and the minister no ekasaya nkabia ya the finality biaba. But you see, the silence of the minister creates some kinds of pandemonium, some sensationalism and assumptions. I mean, you have been at the castle, you are teaching in Sabonachi. Why the teaching in Sabonachi? Why the teaching in Sabonachi? He needs to speak. He needs to say something because under him. Say, the last time I was in your studio, I was saying that his ministry, I will not mark him even 50% because most of the sector entities are the ministry, they are underperforming.
Happy FM.
So it is his duty as a minister to make sure that at least for once, and these are the measures I put in place for Tor to work. But you are silent. And people are saying that who is bigger than the Minister of Energy within the energy sector? I will be to be the minister of Sakunachi. Nobody. So the minister needs to speak. He needs to let Ghanaians know what is happening at all. Does he support this deal? I don't support it. If he doesn't support it, I didn't support the deal. But he's silent and making a lot of agitations or assumptions around that. I think it's the minister's fault. And I'm a winning number. The minister no ebe kasa every managers no managing director and then the kasa said deal ya mudia bay meaning to because I'm Ghana. And I said deal ya mudia bay I give you backing me jitum because I'm Ghana. And community as me I can na Twitter. And the second part, people should not just assume that the managing director and the whole senior management went through this deal without the managers or the managers, without the energy minister's consent. The energy ministry knew of this deal because as a sector entity under his ministry, none, and I repeat, nobody could have signed this deal without his consent. He is aware of this deal. So say a banner a peruse this deal. That's a deal with any papa. Name Fapping, or how do you even put it? The blame should be on the Minister of Energy. My fan call MD no, my fan call senior management ho, my fan call even if the energy minister wants to resolve this matter once and for all based on the various interests at all. It was some go through Mudinaba. What are the concerns? What are the issues? Yes, I'm fan call PPA because as an entity, you must go through PPA. Fan call PPA. Okay, one fan call PPA. Who are they? What were interest? So, Petroleum Chemical Workers Union. Do you have someone? Because the last time I spoke to Bernard, he was offering that a big crop is what so.
I see.
So why they are PPA? One tender. We go, we look at it. You are pointing back because the final matter for SEMSE as a sustainable energy partner in this industry is that Tor must work. And the
Tor
final
must work.
answer every Ghanaian needs, every Ghanaian say, there be a to fuel out 8 pesos. But for good 5 years, to in Yajuma, they discarded 3 months for Yajuma or I don't even know if they are not even working. A month for Mokotinato, graphic. A month for Mokotinato, WhatsApp. A month for Mokotinato, Facebook. TikTok. I think your 8 pesos now will get the piano. What the mom with no work done. So if the time has come for interest parties to say that there's going to be a leasing of 6 years, and if one is or is ready to take some debt out, or ready to partner even the workers, make workers a part of the entity or a part of the deal. If we didn't suspect the senior managers being on the deal, taking something from behind, put your offer on the table because as an entity, as SEPSE, we want to work. And at any time, I support it because a strategic asset of that sort. Say this CEO for good 5 years without working. No, it's not done anywhere like that.
We want to see Tor work.
That is my
yeah, sweet light crude no Tor betima refining.
Tor betima refining even the hardest crude. Now sweet light crude is the best form of crude you can find.
When you mention me busas as me. So back in the early days of the NDC,
yeah,
we were told to say yen batch of the crude na ye tu no ye the kwama no ne ekoton. Because yen refinery no need the capacity to refine the kind of crude that you two are. Okay.
But really, must you take all politicians serious?
It's in a many expert me busawe.
But some politicians don't take their words and they themselves serious. Meaning the podcast as I'm saying, that's why he's not a serious person. You shouldn't take his words serious. Tor has 2 units. Even the RFCC unit can refine the hardest crude, even raw crude that was solid. RFCC and a Juma Sobe refining even the solid crude.
I see.
Now, light crude that Ghana produces is one of the best crude. Just that because, say, Ghana, we have become a finished import country or petroleum import country. Then Ghana, because of what trading finished product, we don't even want to refine our own products here. Because a percent refined products here, Tor can be made a profitable entity to refine our products here. People just don't want to refine because they get it easy importing product. Most of them do not even trade the products on the international commodity market. They just amount for the product in the way apostle. Now, me challenge Wiska, LC, raise an LC, they buy the product and come and sell it to her. They don't even trade it. There are no risks. They don't even get the risks in trading.
That's a oil mutonaton.
Yes, omu toneton omu ye. Nti toneton nti no, and no more fast was so very fine program. So politicians from both sides, NDC and NPP, because toneton omu deniti no.
They don't want to see it all work.
I think that naturally. And between Buapayo,
Mashada.
Ye matoni nyajuma, Mashada, ye matoni nyajuma. Oko tibinma, torn feeding a crass say into me, infidina say, you need to just do what integrity test, re-evaluate the whole machinery or the factory, look at the assay, then we inject flow into it and manage it.
Say, to refine crude or crude and so on export price better.
Minia, you see, we have a good value chain or supply chain of petroleum products in Ghana. We produce oil in Ghana. We produce crude in Ghana. You produce crude in Ghana. Imagine say you supply Emma if anything toll to refine. To refine it or refining, we are talking about almost 60% of the industry or our daily consumption.
Oh, I see.
Yes. So we got talk and do almost say all the RFCs in the country. I thought that's almost 50 something thousand barrels a day. We consume 91,000 barrels a day.
Okay.
So that is about 60% of the industry. Or no yen is ana say ya product GMPC a supply product but we refine it what mayen. You have more bonus IFO because one insurance on freight say be a product but insurance na eka hono. You bet you are back it wabi because emfa pipeline monaba.
Risk near small. Two, freight cost yentia. Transportation in Ibitia because you transport product from maybe GMPC pipelines they from in Ibitia. Okay. But in this case, we are paying freight cost and also paying transportation cost. Asan the dollar and swap offer. Asan offer. Inti product is a talk kasi ya juma. Ebe mo fuel wire for crack. But politicians because they have business interest in most of these in most of these importation of petrol products or finished products, and they'll give a lot of excuses. Say, Bakoko say, "Don't refine light crew." Meaning but I think that he needs to learn or maybe read a lot. Mr. Nsia, happy FM, you're grateful. Benjamin Nsia, Air Director, Center for Environmental Management and Sustainable Energy. Business no.
Entina me say unya wa manyuni mu a bisane say so. O person ya manyuni edi entina person ya manyuni.
Business
no anasa me timamuni a obepetu mi afiri me ho no. Ni yo entina person ko ya manyuni na. Business no. So you see people have vested interest in certain state institutions. The when be first one, you be see the loophole. Tokro na da ho a emwa gen. Ama anase emwa timamufo ni nyina. But just imagine say, baby, you refine crude along the value chain.
Say na
Do you know the number of people who will be employed?
Emma na yen too crude.
Na you refine it. Bra over crude ni there. How do you send your crude outside? Or do crude no carbon thing? No to refined products now there. Why? Because people are making monies from that. And the refining no any day. Any juma. As a refining near juma. The quantum of oil I have for refined product that be from money. Will be just like about 10%.
Will be business in Koso. Business BDC so more enjoy papa.
Yes. But the
politicians now what is BDC?
BDCs, of course.
And
yeah. And they're making money. And so be vested interest in tea.
Mato
Enejuma. And you see,
we are quite say Odobo Udi and Kenu. Set pa set tobe Odobo party and
Kojo Consulate and Quentia. Konowokaya. What was so swa? Also, I want to be any day. And that's the kind of politicians say, oh, man. And it is very sad.
Hey, Ghana.
It is very sad to the extent that state institutions and organizations and what do almost they'll be able to help the economy grow And then how are they performing? And we will sit and be quiet, and politicians will come. Oh, yeah, dada.
Yeah.
Bibi, yeah.
Oh, dada.
Yeah. Papa. But Bibi, answer na sorry no. Ma menwish eye
de mera hopa o.
What you nyina na mu bi dada da nyina o tika mu ho. O tika mu na wuti nkomo ekoso ho. La.
But my honorable Isaac say pa. Yeah. He's a doer.
Yeah. Obeka no ayo.
Ono ne MD oba to a. Otime ma to a refine crude.
Yeah.
In spite of challenges ni nyina.
Yes.
He's a doer.
Yes.
A man Intravenous Infusions Limited ko from Okoye MD or no Peja company. Oba to otime ma to ye adwuma. I remember 17th May 2019, Ghana Web allowed Tor to refine Ghana's crude oil.
That's all.
Isaac say. And Oshamane Baso.
That's all. Yeah,
and you free ho.
Yeah, portion of oil no. Ye tamko dwaman so kokoton. I don't need to refine wa. Huh? Yeah, bi.
Kro yo home. What's your birthday dedication me episode?
Birthday, mama nyana me so nko na se ka so be di o man we achi a.